Previously on Dirt Nights.
We've got problems. Ryan Gustin in the 19R car.
We'll see him until he was there. And then I didn't move out any farther. Think I got enough going on right now?
Checkered flag waving. It all drips off the track.
If we pull that in the hunt, we won't be on the trailer.
Ryan Gustin good. Fine. He waited till the very end.
Never again. You will never do that again.
Ryan Gustin, 12th win of the year.
Just got a great team. I mean, I'm so proud of all of them.
The high plains of western Kansas and the dusty little town of Jetmore. Off the beaten path for most, but tonight it's the center of the modified racing universe. The waiting is over, and the hunt for the U.S. MTS National Championship is set to begin.
Did you know that Kansas is the third windiest state in the continental United States? I got that information from Joe Bob. He's a pool of useless information.
The hottest modified drivers in the country all knew that when the hunt began, the competition would turn up the heat. But no one expected Mother Nature to take things a step further.
Everywhere you look, there's nothing but plains as far as the eye can see, and heat.
I want to see the temperature of your cockpit. 131 degrees.
Nice and cool out.
That's,
At least we ain't got to worry about sweat today.
no.
Yeah. Especially when I put the driving suit on it.
Yeah, that makes it about 152 degrees, 60 degrees.
Perfect for a fat guy.
There's nothing better than hard-baked clay, metal, black rubber, and scorching heat. It's all part of what makes the quest of a dirt track racer a special one.
Big news here. The temperature just dropped from over 100 degrees to 99 degrees, so it's cooling down.
The hunt for a national points championship is a grueling 20-race marathon over the next 6 weeks. The road will lead from Kansas through Missouri, Iowa, and Wisconsin before winding up at Deer Creek Speedway in Spring Valley, Minnesota for the annual Fall Nationals. The same passing point system used in the regular season is in place, and the driver with the most points at the end of the hunt is the national champion.
You know, you get everyone from the south, you get everyone from the north. I mean, there'll probably be 60, 65 cars here tonight for the first night. Pretty big night for us. We're sitting second in points to Kelly. Losing that region to disqualification hurt us pretty bad.
A handful of points carry over from the regular season, and the leader out of the gates in this year's hunt is a guy very familiar with national championships. 9-time winner Kelly Shryock of Fertile, Iowa brings 75 points into the hunt race, 7 more than the Reaper Ryan Gustin and the Gressel Racing Team.
I don't think there's anyone out here that wants this deal more than I do. You know, it's something never won a national championship before, so
see if we can pull off our 10th win here in the championship. Got our work cut out for us. There's an awful lot of good cars that are here to start this deal anyways.
So despite the heat, the pits are a little more intense today. a 20-race run for a national title can't be won on methanol alone. With the car in the capable hands of crew chief Gus Gustafson, the A-Train, Al Haina, sets out on a mission for supplies.
Cooler's empty, fridge is empty. We need some hydration. We'll go in and say we're filming an episode for Jackass. I'm gonna race one of your grocery carts around here and see if I can snap an ankle off or something. Beef bologna. I'm not the cook, but Gus likes his bologna sandwiches. Okay, I need some kind of pastry. I gotta find the pastry. See ya. Yep, thanks. Yep.
Back at the track, the first hot lap session of the hunt is fast approaching. And while there's a full field of cars on hand, there's still one missing. The 17S of Mike Spaulding.
I bought the starter used from a guy. Got a pretty good deal. Now I think I might know why.
Mike's goal of making the first hunt race is gone. The new car is still not ready for the track.
I decided to use one used part on this whole car. One used part. That's all I bought. That one night it didn't finish because the starter went out. Damn it. Ready or not, Kansas, here we come.
Finished or not, Mike is going to hit the road. The plan is to drive all night, meet the rest of the teams at the Gressel Racing Shop at Kansas, and put the finishing touches on the 17S there.
Oh, just making a bar adjustment right now, trying to help loosen us up, trying to get in a little bit. A little tight, hot laps.
Back in Jetmore, the hunt for a national championship is about to begin. Heat 1 is on the track and is loaded with pounds.
Chase Juggins brings him to the line. But here comes John Tash. 3 wide in 1 and 2. Juggins and Tash side by side down the front stretch. Tash goes low and into the lead. Jason Hughes is on the move, up on the back deck of John Tash. The white flag is out. Hughes looks low, but John Tash holds on for the Heat 1 win.
From 4th to 1st, a perfect start to the hunt for the Wizard of Watertown, John Tesh.
Track kind of got broke up and muddy and kind of rough and choppy. I don't know what it's going to do for the rest of the night here, but
But this Wild West showdown is just getting started.
check and see if we got mud in one of the wheels.
In Jetmore, Kansas, John Tesh has earned his ticket to the feature with a win in Heat 1.
I don't know. I don't know if it just died or if something happened. I don't know.
After getting pushed off the track in hot laps with a loose ignition wire, Al Haina is ready for Heat 2.
The few laps I had out there before the ignition gave up on us, the car felt just awesome. I'm more worried about whether that wire, hope we got our wire tied tight so it doesn't lose the connection again. The track was really good. I like how wide it is. You can go all over the place. We got to mount up. We're in the next race.
The track might be roomy, but they're going to need it with the talent in this heat.
Green flag is out, and Mike Peterson brings him to the line. Alhena in the Harris number 7 riding along in 4th. Corey Drips in tow. They come with a checkered flag, and Kelly Shryock is your winner.
Not the qualifier we needed, we were junk. Left rear. After I had a second to think about it, I think we got a brake locking up. The car won't coast, and the pedals start pushing back on me, so hopefully we find the problem and our car's not as bad as it races. Holy
That first corner, hella got in the corner great and just spun. That local guy must have one hell of an engine in there. He took off and left us on that first straightaway. I wasn't ready for that.
While Drips and Hana search for answers, the Reaper, Ryan Gustin, gets ready to roll in Heat 3, where he'll start on the pole.
The race fans, Ryan Gustin leads the passing green flag. The Reaper on cruise control here in Heat 3. An easy win for Ryan Gustin.
Yeah, it went good, real good. Like track's rutting up a little bit, so we're gonna change a few things.
Ryan Gustin and John Tesh have won their way into the feature, while Corey Drips, Al Hana, and Derek Ramirez will have to work their way through the B mains.
Car feel decent or not really, or what? What don't it feel like?
Just horrible.
No
Tight. I
drive?
don't feel like I have any drive. I don't feel like it goes forward at all. Feels like maybe the little midgets in there standing on the brakes while I'm trying to work the throttle.
That's odd.
It's getting quite dark over there. And lightning now, too. That's nice.
When Dirt Nights returns,
The rain's coming and we don't have time to fix the problem.
Drips to the inside of the 4.
storm clouds roll across the high plains of Kansas. But right here in Jetmore, the dust is still flying at the Great American Dirt Track.
That aluminum caliper got so hot, swelled up that piston and won't let it go back in.
The Drips team has a serious problem with the brakes on the 31. But with the rain threatening, race officials aren't going to give the guys much time to work.
They're rushing this thing along because the rain's coming and we don't have time to fix the problem.
Drips will run B-main number 1 without brakes. He'll start 7th, with fellow Dirt Knight Al Hana in the row in front of him. Both need to finish in the top 6 to qualify for the feature.
And we're ready to go green in B-main number 1. And look at Corey Drips with a great start. 3 wide down the front stretch. And Corey Drips goes from 7th to 3rd in a half a lap. The 813 of Justin Bodie will lead him to the line in lap 1. Down the 31 of starts second, and Al Haina hangs on to the final transfer spot. He'll finish sixth.
A solid run for Corey Drips from 7th to 2nd. Not so for Al Haina, who barely sneaks in the last transfer spot.
Damn it. Are you kidding me? Brand new body. We're not good right now. I gotta find something. Or we're traveling a long way, just wasting time.
Every one of these guys wants to start the hunt on a high note, so now is the time to find the speed to do it.
Check the oil, make sure everything's good raw. We're still kind of doing our old school here. Put some J-bar out so the car isn't so stiff back on the gas.
But even with the pressure, the boys still know how to have fun. That usually means picking on the A-Train, Al Haina. On this trip, it's Al's new look goatee that's grabbing the headlines.
He actually grew it because he's so upset that we were making fun of his Mario and Luigi brother look-alike syndrome that he had to try something different.
I didn't realize no one has just mustaches. I didn't know that was a rule. You can't have just a mustache.
He's kind of like the goatee Elvis. 70s back out too. Butt looks good in it. It's so tight and he pulls it all together.
The dirt fans of Western Kansas are out in force as the best in the business line them up for the first feature of the hunt for a U.S. MTS National Championship. Pole sitter Colt Mather brings him to the line with the Reaper Ryan Gustin right on his back bumper.
The green flag is out of the Great American Dirt Track, and the hunt is on. A great battle up front right off the bat. Colt Mather, Kelly Shryock, and Ryan Gustin, 1, 2, and 3. Mather and Gustin on the low side, Shryock up high as they tighten up down the front stretch. Again, Mather goes low and Shryock up top. Ryan Gustin says, "I'll take the middle." The Reaper takes the lead. Back in the pack with 31 of Corey Drips on a nice run. 4R of Derek Ramirez right alongside. Here. He's on the bumper of Ramirez and Al Haina. The Reaper puts Ramirez a lap down. And there goes Haina. What a run for Ryan Gustin.
The hunt is on in Jetmore, Kansas, and the Reaper, Ryan Gustin, is making a statement. Well over halfway through the feature, Gustin has a commanding lead over 9-time national champion Kelly Shryock. Back in the field, the 31 of Corey Drips has been making the move. He started 14th, but has moved all the way up to 8th.
Trouble for Corey Drips in turn 2. Drips goes over the bank and out of the race. Oh my!
Broke a right front lower ball joint.
I don't know, 6, 7, 8 laps to go.
Corey Drips is out, and the caution he caused erases a straightaway lead for Ryan Gustin with just a handful of laps left.
Jetmore, Kansas, we're going green. Ryan Gustin back in front, but Kelly Tryock and Jason Hughes are right on his bumper. Tryock looks inside in 3-4. But Gustin holds him off. Again, Tryock looks low. This time he'll get the reaper at the line for the lead. White flag this time by, and they're side by side with 1 to go. Gustin on the low side, Tryock on top into the final turn. It's anybody's race. By a bumper length at the line, Kelly Tryock takes the checkered flag.
What happened to her?
Not a thing.
The late caution erased a big lead, and in the final 2 laps, the 19R and the 3 looked like one car. But the veteran, Kelly Tryock, gets to the line exactly 1/15th of a second sooner for the first win of the hunt.
We didn't need them cautions, that's for sure. You know, we had a half a track lead, and you know that happens.
One for the old guy. You got it, didn't you? Good job, man.
Yeah, when you lead 90% of the race, past lap 10 cars, had a dominant car, and no one raced. It's pretty disappointing, but can't do nothing about it.
It's amazing how something as good as a thrilling second-place finish against the best modifieds in the country can still feel so bad. But when you're on the hunt, there's no time for feeling sorry for yourself.
The house, wash our car in the morning, maintain it, and load up and head to Humboldt. About 150 miles from the house. It's right on the way, so we're gonna go there, and I think a bunch of all the racers that we kind of run around with are gonna come to the shop. We're gonna have a big breakfast in the morning and go from there.
Actually, you don't, because you know what else we forgot?
In Burton, Kansas, one of the knights is already waiting. Mike Spalding has the new 17S unloaded in the Gressel shop.
Pretty pumped up, yet kind of apprehensive. I don't want to get out there and wreck anybody else. I don't want to get in anybody's way. But I'm also a race car driver, so I'm going to get out there and give it hell. And we'll be all right. Get a couple more hours of sleep tonight and get back at her right away in the morning.
It's early morning at the Gressel Racing Shop in Burton, Kansas. While most of the Dirt Knights drivers rest up from a long day in Jetmore, one is up and ready to roll.
Okay, Aaron, you and AJ, I want you guys to start getting all the panels out and get the decals on.
For Mike Spalding, this is the day he's been waiting 6 years to see. If he can just get the last few finishing touches on the car, today is finally race day. The car is nearly ready, but time is running out. One by one, the other teams pull out and head for the track, while Mike tries desperately to button up the 17S.
You gonna make her, Mike?
Pushing it, I think so.
Ready or not, it's 2 hours to Humboldt, and the Spalding team has got to go.
Another scramble, but we got her done. So looking forward to getting to the seat now. Left or right up here?
In Humboldt, the rest of the teams are already prepping for night 2 of the hunt.
I've been to this racetrack quite a few times. We've had some success here, so I'm kind of getting back to how we've run this place before.
But as hot laps approach, there's still no sign of the 17S. On the banks of the Neosho River in southeast Kansas is the quiet town of Humboldt. Best known as the birthplace of baseball legend Walter Johnson, tonight it's home to the best dirt-modified racers in the country. Mike Spalding of Bemidji, Minnesota is trying desperately to get on the racetrack for the first time in 6 years. Tonight could be the night, but his mad dash to the Humboldt Speedway has run into a slight delay.
34.25 for the mark days here, okay? Drive safe, sir. Have a good night, sir.
That's the best 49.50 we've spent so far on this trip.
Six years of personal hell. 6 months of financial desperation. And 6 straight days of grueling work are finally behind him. Mike Spalding is back on track, but is he ready to line up with the best? In Heat 2, the 17S gets its first test.
Green flag flies. Justin Money and Terry Beckham locked up. Beckham takes them out of turn 2, your leader. No good. No good. No good.
No brakes. Change yourself. No brakes. You're gonna start with the front? If I have 2 lights in the car, I would run with no brakes. No. No sense of wrecking myself or somebody else.
Back on the track, Heat 2 continues with the 14 of John Cash in the middle of the pack.
Terry Beckham out in front. Jess Jr. in second. Justin Boney in third. John Cash and Justin Boney battling it out for the third spot. Boney holds him off.
A tough heat for Tesh. He'll have to earn his way into the feature through a B. Al Haina fires up the number 7 for Heat 3 and starts on the pole.
Al Haina brings them into turn 3. Green flag flies. They come out of 4. Haina will be early leader. Justin Boney will be in second. Takes over the third spot. Justin Boney pulls up beside Al Haina. Haina holds him off. Justin Boney trying everything to get under him. Hold him up and coming out of 2. Haina holds him off once again. Boney drives him to the bottom again. Al Haina, your winner. 22 of Justin Boney second. The 12 of Mike Hansen in third.
A win for Haina, but the veteran is still not satisfied.
Not pretty car. I don't know what the hell it's going to do sometimes. I got to figure this out.
Good job, buddy.
Huh?
Good job.
Oh, hell, that wasn't pretty. God, I felt like
Well, you look good. Run your line up there on the
I
cushion.
wasn't good on the other end. I was candy-assing it. Damn it.
Good job anyway. You won it.
Well, I'm scared. How to drive the car. Stand up and drive it.
It's starting out to be a difficult night in Humboldt, Kansas. The problem is, it could always get worse. Humboldt Speedway in Humboldt, Kansas is rocking and rolling to the tune of the best modifieds in the business. But some of the Dirt Knights drivers have been a little off-key. Ryan Gustin ran third in Heat 1. Mike Spalding's return to racing lasted less than a lap. And John Tesh is headed for a B main after a lackluster heat run.
Through in the back of the heat race again.
Corey Tripp starts at the back of the pack in the last heat of the night, but doesn't plan to stay there.
Gonna have to get up on the wheel, maybe move some people, but we got to get in the show. No more B's.
Danny Charles brings them out of turn 4. The green flag is out. Charles is your early leader. Down on the bottom is the number 1. Johnny Scott takes over the lead as they go into turn 3. Johnny Scott, your leader. Danny Charles in second. And here comes Corey Drips on the bottom in the 31. Corey Drips gets into the wall as they get into turn 4. Able to keep it going. Jason Hughes, meanwhile, back there in the 5th spot, up on the berm, finding his sweet spot, gets around Drips. Looks like Drips lost a tire over there in turn 2, losing one of his right side tires and rolling down the backstretch.
We don't have nothing. Son of a
Humboldt Speedway is having its way with the Dirt Knights teams.
Right front, spindle dick broke off, I think, going down the straightaway. I don't know. It just front end wobbled, went up the racetrack, got in the wall, and the tire went flying. Bad thing is I don't think we have anything to fix it with.
A tough night just got a little tougher.
no brakes. Turn it off.
After running less than a lap in his heat, the return of Mike Spalding continues with a scramble to get the car ready for B main number 1.
I'm not getting any air, but I'm not getting any pressure on the fluid either. It's coming out so slow.
I'm going to make a couple laps.
That's all you can do.
Spalding will give the new 17S another try as he joins John Tesh in the first B main of the night. Both need a top 6 finish to get to the feature.
Green flag flies. Drag race down to turn 1. Zach Vanderbeek will take him out of turn 2, your early leader. Here comes the 12H down on the bottom of Mike Hansen, trying to take over the second spot. Cyber holds him off. Now Cyber gets up against the wall up there in turn 2, shooting sparks, keeps it going straight. John Allen looking to the bottom now, trying to make a move for the third spot. Austin Seibert on the high side, money out, goes to the bottom. He's looking to move to third place. Seibert holds him off. The battle for third spot between Austin Seibert, John Allen, and Jason Hughes. Now Jason Hughes gets a run off the bottom down the backstretch, 3 wide as they go into turn 3. Crash. Got a crash over in turn 3 and 4. Looks like we got Danny Charles and Mike Spalding hooked up over there in turn 3, not the middle of 3 and 4.
Well, that didn't go so well.
Hey. What happened?
I was just kind of hanging in the back, and finally decided I'm going to go up and try to race a little bit. Had all front brake, which I didn't like, but I don't have any rear brake. I don't know. I think I just got on the gas floor and got into it.
It was a very short and very rough return to the racetrack for Mike Spalding. But one thing we know for sure is he won't be throwing in the towel anytime soon. Back on the track, John Tesh wraps up a solid run in B-Main #1.
White flag on the 813. One more lap to go for Justin Boney. Coming out of 4, he'll be looking at the checkered flag. Your winner will be Justin Boney. Second will go to Scott Daniels. Third to John Tesh.
So Tesh will make the feature, but this racetrack is making it tough for everybody to find the secret to speed.
The track has really slowed down a lot, so the cars are going slower, which means we need more gear to get off the corner.
A lot of guys are trying to go up top and run, but there ain't a lot left up there. It's moving down now, but there's a couple good lines of racing out there. It's going to be a hell of a feature.
26 cars pack the Humboldt Speedway for the feature, and one of the few Dirt Nights bright spots is right up at the front of the pack. Starting on the pole is the Ramirez Racing 4R and Derek Ramirez, who's looking for his very first US MTS feature win. And just 2 rows back is the A-Train, Al Haina.
Out of 4, green flag will fly. We're underway. Will be your early leader in the 118. Derek Ramirez right there on the bottom. Ramirez and Beckham side by side down the front stretch. Derek Beckham got the wall a little bit down there in 3 1/4. Look at Derek Ramirez back around him. Ramirez back out front now in the 4R.
Caution is out on Humboldt Speedway after Tommy Meyer turned the black 65 around on the backstretch. 24-year-old Derek Ramirez, in search of his first career US MTS feature win, leads the field to the green flag, with one of the legends of the game, Al Haina, just a couple cars back.
Green flag flies once again. Ramirez out in front. Blasting up into the 3rd spot, looking down on the bottom, trying to take over the 2nd spot. Al Hinney in the number 7 on and move. Got his nose out into the 2nd spot. Side by side for the 2nd spot. Slowing down these guys at all. Ramirez still your leader. Scott second. Hinney in third. Now Johnny Scott looking to the high side down there in turn 4. Ramirez holds on. Scott still on the high side. looking to the bottom, gonna try and get in on the challenge for the lead. Ramirez still your leader. Scott on the high side. Henya looking to the bottom. Got a battle going on for the lead between Derek Ramirez and Johnny Scott. Also keep your eye on the 12 of Jason Hughes, now moving into the 4th spot from 15th. Johnny Scott, your new leader in the 1ST. Johnny Scott, your leader. Derek Ramirez second. Here comes Jason Hughes on the high side of Henya to take over the 3rd spot down the front stretch. Out of 4, your winner will be the 1SD of Johnny Scott. Second will go to Derek Ramirez. Third to Jason Hughes. Fourth will go to Al Henya.
What a run for the Rookie of the Year leader from Las Cruces, New Mexico. Johnny Scott grabs the lead with 3 to go and holds on to deny Derek Ramirez his first US MTS win. Still an incredible run for Ramirez, who led 32 of the 40 laps. And a great night for the A-Train, Al Henya, who finished 4th, his best performance in weeks.
At one time I thought we had the car maybe to win, get them guys. We actually got past the guys that we wanted. So but we'll take it forward. After last night, this is a much better deal. I like racing again.
In the all-important hunt for a national championship, a tough night at the office for Ryan Gustin, who ran 12. But most of the rest of the top contenders were no better. So after 2 races, 9-time champion Kelly Shryock leads the way. Zach Vanderbeek jumps into second by just a point over Gustin. And after running from 15th all the way to second, Jason Hughes of Westville, Oklahoma climbs into 4th.
We're just going to keep plugging away, and we're 2 nights into this deal. We're not out of it by any means. We haven't put our best 2 nights together, you know, to start the hunt, but we'll get there.
The quest for a national title is off and running. A rough start for some. Signs of life from others. And for Mike Spalding, although it was brief, just being back in the car is enough.
I'm excited to get this thing all shaken down and get bugged out so I can race. I feel great. I feel great to be here in the race car.
Next week on Dirt Nights.
It was 114 degrees and it feels like about 130% humidity.
Gustin now in second, Shryock third.
We'll go out there and get us one tonight.
I lost power again. The last lap. The last lap. Are you kidding me?